The latest psyop. Here are the... They're trying to kill me for exposing this nonsense. Here are the five most memorable moments from Congress's UFO hearing. Former military officials made a series of mystifying claims about unidentified aerial phenomena under oath at Wednesday's congressional hearing. Three former military officials told Congress Wednesday that they believe the government knows much more about the UFOs than it is telling the public. A House Oversight Subcommittee held a hearing on UFOs, officially known as Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, or UAPs, and heard mystifying testimony about unexplained object sightings and government possession of non human biological matter. I mean, I've got a dog, that's non human biological matter. Lawmakers on the committee, baffled by some of the testimony, go away, repeatedly noted that UAP sightings are an issue of bipartisan concern and raise national security questions. Separately, some accused the federal government of endeavouring to conceal key UFO-related information from the public, though they did not provide evidence to support those allegations. The sheer number of reports, whistleblowers, and stories of unidentified anomalous phenomena should raise real questions and warrant investigation and oversight, and that's why we're here today. Representative Robert Garcia, the top Democrat in the subcommittee, said this in his opening statement. UAPs, whatever they may pose a serious threat to our military or civilian aircraft, and that must be understood. These UAP sightings, experts say, might be attributable to balloons, drones, optical illusions, or even the blinking lights of a commercial airliner. The Pentagon says they have seen no evidence linking UAPs to alien activity, though they have not ruled out the explanation. Here are five of the witnesses' main claims from the hearing. Government is absolutely in possession of UAPs. David Grush, a former US intelligence official, told the panel that he is absolutely certain that the federal government is in possession of UAPs, citing interviews that he conducted with 40 witnesses over a 4-year period. The former US intelligence official said he led Defense Department efforts to analyse reported UAP sightings and was informed of a multi-decade Pentagon program that endeavoured to collect and reconstruct crashed UAPs. Asked by Rep. Jared Moskowitz, DFLA, how such a program is funded, Grush claimed that the effort is above congressional oversight and bankrolled by a misappropriation of funds. Does that mean that there is money in the budget that is set to go to a program, but it doesn't and it goes to something else? Moskowitz said. Yes, I have specific knowledge of that, Grush said, though he did not provide more details, claiming the information remains classified. Non-human biologics were found at a crash site. Grush, who underscored that he has not personally spotted a UAP, told the panel that he knows of multiple colleagues who were injured by UAPs. He also says that he has interviewed individuals who have recovered non-human biologics from crashed UAPs. Grush said he prefers to use the term non-human rather than alien or extraterrestrial. Asked by Rep. Eric Burleson to substantiate the crashed UAP's claim, the former intelligence official says that he could not divulge specific details, once again claiming the information was too sensitive to share with the public. He did, however, describe the nature of what he saw. I have to be very careful here, but what I personally witnessed myself and my wife was very disturbing. A Pentagon spokesperson told NBC News that Grush's claims are false. Officials must establish a safe and transparent reporting process. Some lawmakers and witnesses pushed the federal government to establish clear channels to communicate UAP information with both the public and the military, and said the military should establish a comprehensive reporting process for unidentified object sightings. Ryan Graves, a former Navy pilot, told the panel that military pilots do not feel adequately briefed on UAPs, which he said leaves them unprepared to respond to UAP encounters. The former Navy pilot claimed that commercial airline pilots have spotted UAPs too. There has to be a safe and transparent reporting process for pilots both on the commercial side and the military side to be able to report UAPs, Garcia said. Rep. Virginia Fox echoed the calls for more transparency. She noted that Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, the director of the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, it sounds like a thing for a movie, some Men in Black bullshit, man. Had previously told Congress that there was no credible evidence of extraterrestrial life. Grush objected to Kirkpatrick's claim, prompting Fox to say that contradiction is a perfect example of why we need to inject transparency into our government. Stigma associated with sightings silences possible witnesses. Some witnesses and lawmakers at the hearing argued that the stigma associated with reporting UFO sightings, as well as the alleged harassment of those who work to investigate them, may be hindering efforts to determine their origins. Graves told the panel that stigma silences pilots who fear professional repercussions, which he said is compounded by recent government claims questioning the credibility of eyewitness testimony. To be fair, if I was a Navy pilot and I seen a UFO, I would go back and just keep my mouth shut. I'm like, I want to keep my job. I don't want to get sent to the psychiatrist and he's just like, oh wow, yeah, with full honours, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I would keep my mouth shut as well. The Federal Aviation Administration has no mechanism for pilots to report UAPs and instead directs them to civilian groups that are often dismissed as the domain of cranks and conspiracy theorists. Those institutional hurdles led Graves to form a first-of-its-kind group that pushes for policy changes, serves as a hub for pilot whistleblowers, and advocates for more disclosure by the military and other government agencies. Lawmakers say they hoped the hearing could help assuage pilots' fears of speaking out. This hearing will not be the end of this discussion, but a new chapter and start. We should encourage more reporting and more study of UAPs, Garcia says. The more we understand, the safer we are. UFO spotted accelerating to supersonic speeds. David Fravor, a former Navy commander, said he and 3 fellow military pilots spotted a white tic-tac shaped object. Here they are, the famous tic-tacs. Object in 2004, hovering below their jets and just above the Pacific Ocean. As he descended to inspect the sighting, he claimed this unidentified craft, which he said bore no visible rotors, wings, or exhaust, began to ascend and approach his fighter jet. He claimed that the UAP then vanished, only to reappear a few seconds later, but this time it was spotted 60 miles away. Fravor told the committee that the technology he and his team encountered defies logical explanation. The technology that we faced is far superior to anything that we had, Fravor claimed, and there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. Okay, fear-mongering absolute crap. I don't believe any of this. I don't believe them. I don't believe it. Anytime the government, like... I tweeted about this earlier today. The government has consistently lied so much about absolutely everything that even when they come out and try and say, yeah, this is real, like, when it comes to conspiracy theories, I would say that UFOs are like the main one. They were probably like the first, right? They're the main one that if you go up to someone in a fucking like bar and start talking to them about flat earth and stuff like that, they're just going to go, shut up, and they'll ignore you. You walk up to anyone and start talking about UFOs, they'll start talking about them because it's the more publicly accepted conspiracy theory to believe in. So even though it's the main, most palatable conspiracy theory that everyone in the public, you're probably going to get a 50-50 of the entire planet who actually believe in this stuff. Even when the government came out and went, yeah, these are probably real, we're starting to get a little bit worried. Everyone's going, yeah, bullshit. That's bullshit you're talking. What's happening? Are we invading Iraq today? Oh, man, like that shit, you got me. I miss the whitest kid, But basically, I don't believe them. I think this is a lot of crap. I think something's about to happen. There's a reason they're telling us this. They wouldn't go, we have kept this secret for absolutely decades. But we've decided now, for no reason, to tell the public. So something's going to happen. It's sus as fuck. I'm not saying there aren't aliens, right? See the fact that there are trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of galaxies, and each of those galaxies has like hundreds of billions of stars that could have like dozens of planets each and stuff like that. I don't for a second believe that in all of that we're it. Well, like all of that just for no. We are 100% not the only life in the universe. Is there giant pyramid craft that are going to float down, fucking beaming through the Black Knight satellite and all this stuff? Like, no, I don't believe that. Do I believe there's intelligent life out there somewhere? There must be. I mean, just by the law of probability, like, there must be. But all this stuff about them coming to Earth and stuff like that, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying any of it at all. I think that this entire thing's just a massive op because... I don't know. Keep an eye on your governments. I think something's about to happen.